the opportunity to present our project to you all. And since we traveled to a lot of conferences and meetings in the last couple of months, maybe some of you already heard about us and our project. So I will try to keep the project presentation as short as possible and to provide some updates on what's going on in our project and what is planned for the next couple of months. So, So now, first of all, we are a European joint research project within the innovation program Horizon 2020, and we are planning, but actually we are conducting a randomized controlled trial evaluating the effects of adapted, personalized exercise program in children and adolescents undergoing anti-cancer treatment. We have a grant amount of nearly 6.3 million. Also a lot of partners, and our project started in March 2021, and we have a total project duration of 66 months. Yeah, our consortium consists of 16 partners in 8 different countries, as you can see on the little map here on the right side. And thereof, there are 9 clinical recruiting centers in 7 countries: in Copenhagen, Heidelberg, Ljubljana, Lyon, Madrid, Mainz, Milano, Monza, and Oxford. And in addition to these recruiting centers, we have partners included that are different networks. We have patient representatives, we have small, medium enterprises that all work together to conduct the clinical trial and to disseminate our results within the project. So what are our research goals? First of all, we want to evaluate the impact of a precision adapted exercise program in children, adolescents, and young adults with cancer during intensive phases of cancer treatment. For that reason, we want to conduct a randomized, or we are conducting a randomized control clinical trial with a large sample size. We are planning to, or aiming to, include 450 patients between the age of 4 and 21 years diagnosed with any type of childhood cancer and undergoing chemo and/or radiotherapy. As we all here in the meeting, I think we want to create high evidence for an innovative patient-centered exercise treatment, and for that reason we are using digital and developing also digital innovative technologies. In the long term, we want to implement pediatric exercise oncology as an evidence-based standard in clinical care for all childhood cancer patients. That is the study design that we are using to do so, and I will guide you through it a little bit. So after the patients are diagnosed with cancer and start their anti-cancer treatment, we are informing them about our study and enrolling them into our study. After they are enrolled into FORTEe, we're performing a T0 pretest. And the study program at the T0 pretest looks like that. We have like a huge amount of different outcome measures that starts with a variety of different questionnaires. For example, fatigue, health-related quality of life, mental health, nutrition, and also resilience, with the fatigue questionnaire as our main outcome throughout the whole project. Then we also measure different kind of anthropometrics like plicometry, DEXA, and also bioelectrical impedance analysis, and also measurements like weight, height, waist to hip ratio, circumferences, and stuff like that. In addition, or in parallel to that, we perform our exercise testing, and the exercise testing that we developed for our clinical trial consists of different exercise tests that shall cover all motor capacities of our patients. We included tests for endurance, strength, coordination, and balance, and also included different types of tests for the frailest patients, but also tests that can be performed in the ward or in the patient room, so that we can include and test as many patients as possible. We also have some kind of a basic testing that covers like at least one exercise test for every motor capacity, but we also have some kind of a extended testing where we perform tests that we want to test for acceptability, feasibility in our study participants. They will not be performed at every center, but at least the basic testing will be performed in every center. After we perform our pretest measurement, we randomize our patient into either the exercise group or into the control group. Our exercise group will receive a supervised exercise training with personalized adapted sessions, and we try to conduct 3 to 5 supervised exercise sessions per week with a volume of 20 to 60 minutes per session. Of course, as we all know, our patients and participants, this is something that is the aim. We try to offer it as often as possible, but of course, there are some cases where it's not possible to perform that many exercise sessions per week. Within the exercise group, we have supervised and also non-supervised exercise sessions. We have remote video training. That is something we have to kind of include it because we started our trial mainly during the pandemic and have to think about solutions to reach patients also in the outpatient setting and to conduct as many supervised sessions as possible, because this is something where we can monitor how the patient is doing our exercises, can monitor the safety and also document the exercise dosage that we are applying. So remote video training in a one-to-one or also in a group session is something that we're really happy with and really using and also evaluating the acceptance of it. Also, we have included some different technologies and tools, and this is kind of an overview of what we have included in our study to support our intervention. We have some technologies that will be used in hospital during inpatient stay, for example, an application for the exercise documentation to standardize everything that we document via all these partners. We have a heart rate sensor. We have, like I told you, video-based training sessions. We have a mobile augmented reality app and also a mobile game app for our patients. I will tell you a little bit more about these technologies later on. And this is all something that we developed throughout our project. After we randomized into the exercise group, into the control group, we will have an interventional phase that will last from 8 to 10 weeks, depending on the individual patient. And after these 8 to 10 weeks, we will have a T1 post-testing that has the same outcome measures included as the T0 pre-test. After the post-test, we will have a 12-week phase where we have an optional exercise training. So we offer exercise sessions for both groups, the exercise group and also the control group, and we will have a follow-up evaluation after 12 weeks, but we will have no more exercise testing, but psychosocial and questionnaire outcome measures. The same applies for T3 at the end of the intensive cancer treatment, and also for T4, 1 year after T3, where we just evaluate psychosocial outcomes, but do not have an extended exercise testing. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell you about our project. Now I want to give you a few updates on what happened in the last couple of months. Since we are still recruiting and our recruitment phase is ongoing, I cannot present you results, but I can present you a few things that we developed to start our intervention and that we are using at the moment. First of all, we were thinking about a lot in our consortium about our testing and training protocols. Since we have a lot of different partners, a lot of different professions and standards in the local centers, we try to standardize as much as possible, but also give the opportunity to have the local standards. And for that reason, we developed in the last couple of months since the project started these protocols where we write it down all our standard procedures, and we printed and published them within the consortium, within the FORTEe project. But in the long term, this is something we also want to use to disseminate what we have learned in our projects to other centers, to other professionals, and to disseminate our results. So stay tuned. It will be something that we will disseminate. And this booklet, just to give you a quick example, contains different instructions, different procedures, different pictures on what can be performed, what is feasible, what has a good acceptance to the patients. Yeah. Okay. The next thing that I want to talk about a little bit is an application that we developed in the last months and that we are nearly ready to use at the moment. And this is a web application that we use for data collection. So to standardize our data collection within the centers and to increase the data quality, we developed a web-based or a browser-based application that can be accessed by our patient. The patient can then authenticate himself on this website and gets access to his appropriate questionnaire package. By using this application, we hope to reduce the burden for study personnel and also study participants, because the study personnel do not have to choose the appropriate questionnaires, do not have to print it, do not have to get it back from the patient, and also do not have to copy it into a clinical database. The data that are collected through this web-based application will automatically be directed to us in Mainz as the study coordinator and can be processed there in the right format. We developed this application together with a department from our own institution and with a Compass project that was initiated during the pandemic. And it's kind of an open source project that is published online and can be used by everyone who wants to use it. It has a bring your own device approach. That is what I just told you, that you can access it via any kind of smartphone, tablet, computer without installing any software. I think this is something I can skip for the moment, but I want to show you some screenshot of the application. This is just what it looks like. The patient can access a specific URL, identify him by using a QR code that the study staff can provide to him, and then he can open the different questionnaires, fill them out, or not fill them out if you choose to, and then submit them to the study center at the end. And the study center just have to screen, okay, did the patient submit it or did he not submit it? But the study center do not need to get paper-based copies of the questions. The next technology that I quickly want to present you is the FORTEe game app. The FORTEe game app is developed as a serious mobile game. It's serious because we want to use the application to educate our patients regarding health and exercise related facts. And it's a game because it's a gamified village where the patient can interact with a virtual character to achieve the facts that we want to provide them. And I will quickly show you some examples of the application because we are like this close in publishing it for our participants. And I will just give you these videos. I hope it works with the internet connection. So what you see here is the FORTEe village, the so-called FORTEe village. The patient plays a little avatar. It's the blue one in the middle, and he can act throughout this whole village. Within the village, there are different houses that contains at least project information, information about why we're doing the project, partner information, health-related information, exercise-related information. The patient can walk through the whole village, access these houses, and can inform himself. There are also different kind of mini games that the patient can play. These are basic mini games, but it should motivate the patient. And by playing them, he can earn some coins. And by using the coins, he can buy new houses, he can buy new content. For example, as you can see now, he can buy different outfits for his avatar. It's all in a very simple and basic kind of way, but we hope to motivate the patient to learn more about why we're doing this and what we are doing, and to educate himself. In addition, here's an example on the right side where the patient interacts with an automated character that provides him some information, like try to walk to appointments at the hospital to get more exercise in your daily life. And what we also included in the application is different kind of exercises. We did that in a very close cooperation to our partner network, Active OncoKids. And we provide within the application some ideas for exercises that are safe and feasible from our point of view and that the patient can do at home. He can perform them directly into the application. So there's a little video, there is a description, and there are also, as you can see above here, there are also different intensities described. And if you start the exercise, he can also earn coins for that. And again, by doing that, we hope that we can motivate the patient to move more when we are not present, when there's no supervised exercise session. We hope to increase the motivation of the patient. And like I said, the application will be published very soon for our participants. And in the long term, we hope to disseminate this application also to other patients, that other childhood cancer patients can download it and can use it, of course, then not only with project-related information, but with like general information. Okay. So I think the last one that I will show you is the augmented reality app. It's the third application, and also the last one that we developed within the project. And it's also an application to conduct exercise sessions at home. The patient can download the application, or we provide study iPhones to use the application. And the application contains different augmented reality exercises. So as you can see right here, there's a digital avatar that perform exercises that from our point of view are safe and feasible at home. Again, like in the game app. The content of the application will be personalized and adapted by the exercise professional. So before the patient uses the app, the exercise professional will go through some basic questions like, are there any restrictions in the extremities? Is there something the patient cannot do? And with that, the exercise professional can individualize the content of the application. The patient then can use it at home, and I will start a video that is that I filmed a few hours ago in my at my flat. So you can see the avatar from different angles. You can walk around, you can go behind him, you can have a look in the front, above, from under, and then you can copy the exercise. And what you cannot see, the application then also gives you some basic instruction like, please perform it 2 to 3 times, make 10 repetitions, and then go on to the next exercise. Additionally, the application asks for the box scale, so like the subjective intensity of the exercise, so that the exercise professional can afterwards evaluate if the workout was appropriate or not. Okay, so what's next? Like I told you, I cannot present results since we are still recruiting and the recruitment is also ongoing. We had our third General Assembly meeting where we finally had the chance to meet all our partners and all together in person in Madrid in March, so last month. We have started the dissemination of our project at different stages in the last months, in the last year, and we will also continue to talk about our project and maybe also some preliminary results and feasibility this year, where maybe we will hopefully meet and see each other in person too. So these are the acknowledgements, and I want to thank all our partners and my team that we made it so far, that we all get the chance to start recruiting, and also again for the opportunity to talk here this evening. And I'm very happy to take any questions if there are some.
Thank you, Elias. Right on time.